Welcome to your June 2020 tarot card reading. I'll try to make this quick and easy. So I'm recording this on June 7th, but I mean, if you're watching this channel, you already know that June is very intense. Like, you don't even need to watch this video to know that, but whoever's drawn here is drawn here, and then this reading is for you. What resonates, keep it. What doesn't resonate, don't keep it. So that's how tarot works. So let's get this reading started. All right, that's pretty sweet. Okay, this individual who this is for, I want to let you know that actually deep down inside you are a hermit. So we'll get to this part of the reading. This is actually the last part of the spread. This is the tendencies of development for the spread. But right now things are really coming together for you. Now maybe you have met someone that you really connect with on a soul level, but this can also be a job that's on your soul level, or some sort of union of opposites that's on the soul level, and there is no other, and you've really connected completely combined during the month of June 2020. Okay, so in the past you've been very intuitive, and actually you're bookish. This card, when I pull this card for somebody, it means that either they have a lot of books, like they own a library, or like they have a library in their house, I should say, or they used to be extremely bookish and maybe even nerdy during their childhood, and you can't always tell at this moment. So either way, you're very attracted to like the intellectual type of knowledge, the sorts of things, nuggets of wisdom that you can get from books. And alpha omega, so this means like you've learned everything when it comes to a subject. You find a subject, you love it, and you literally learn alpha to omega in that subject. She would be like the cloistered nun archetype. That would be this archetype, because she loves to study. So she's in her library studying nonstop, and that's what she does. She holds the wisdom and the knowledge. She doesn't necessarily teach it, but she holds it. So this is what you were like in the past. So whoever this is for, you're a very intellectual person. Maybe even, I would say, in some situations, too smart for your own good, where nowadays you might even pretend to be a little dumb because it's too much for the people that you're around. That's why it's in your past here and not in your present. But all of this esoteric knowledge is serving you right now, and it's helping you with this sacred combination that you're feeling during June. Okay, so Ace of Swords, this is coming up in your near future. I want to say within 3 months. I know this is for June, but this is, like I said, this is the near future. So you'll be finding yourself in a position where you have the most power. So maybe a promotion to the top, and I mean promotion to the top, I want to say above your peers. It's not like all your peers were promoted. You were promoted, and in some fashion in which you actually have a lot of power over them. So if you weren't promoted, you were maybe given more responsibilities, and those responsibilities were above and beyond those around you, or else you are the first to do something, whereas the others just have to follow, or they don't really get that chance for whatever reason. But this has to do with knowledge, intellect, and power. So in a way, these are connected because they have a lot to do with the intellect, like knowledge bringing power. Okay, but this is also the pure potentiality of this knowledge and power. So you have to realize that you can make it inform it what you want to make it inform it. Okay, so it's up to you, because you hold this potential in your hand. All right, so Eight of Swords. So Eight of Swords, or sorry, this is the Eight of Wands. This is the Eight of Wands, not the Eight of Swords. This is what you don't know, okay? This has to do with swiftness and concentration, a lot of movement and activity. So this is a really fiery card. Now, this could mean that this sort of promotion, this action happens very quickly, or maybe the entire month of June moves very quickly and in a fiery manner. And it's almost too fast for you, but basically, all of these changes are things that you want to see, because when you have the Lovers card right here, this is something that you want, that you've been craving, that you've been looking forward to entering a union with, whether it is a person or whether it is a career or some sort of dream. You want this, but this has to do with something happening so quickly, it's a little bit overwhelming, because wands are fire, so it just kind of sneaks up on you, and then it happens with a swiftness that you're not really prepared for. Don't have doubt in all this movement, because it's just going to come kind of like a thief in the night, okay? Tendencies of development. You're very wise, and you're going to need more space for your spirituality. So what does that mean, need more space for your spirituality? You need to make time on a daily basis, if you don't already, to either meditate or chit chat with whoever it is that you consider to be divine knowledge, prayer, something, whatever practice it is that you have. Generally for people it's meditation, but honestly, when you get a card like the Hermit, whoever you're talking to is going to be very advanced, and they're not going to want to tell you what their practice is. So I'm not going to pretend to know what your practice is, okay? I'm not going to pretend to know, because I don't know, but you have one. So sometimes when I pull this card, people try to pretend like, oh, I'm not spiritual, and I'm like, get out of here. Yes, you are. You can't hide it from me. Because this individual is not a teacher. They don't want to share their spirituality with you. It's so deep and so profound. It's something inside of them that they don't need to tell others about, because they don't need confirmation from others. They don't need that. So whoever this is for, you are already a spiritual person. You already have a practice, but you're going to have to commit even more to this practice, and you're going to have to commit even more to spending time by yourself and exploring your own spirituality. So a lot of kudos on this, and self-realization and things like that. All right, moving on to the next spread here. We're going to be using the Everyday Tarot. This is Everyday right here. Okay. It's a really good card, guys. Oh, also a very good card. All right, they're all major arcana except for the 10 of Pentacles, all right? And June is a time where you're coming into a lot of warmth and completion. A lot of loose ends are being tied up right now, but this also means fatherly love. So you're literally experiencing a lot of love right now. Love from people around you, and just a lot of success. But this can also mean within the family, because the sun represents fatherly love. It's a really good card. You're literally feeling a lot of happiness and a lot of success. Okay, the World. Things have been going so good for you. This also means completion and totality. So whatever you have been working on, I know these past few months have been a little stressful for people, but apparently for June, it's not stressful for you, because things have came together completely. You have a synthesis of all the elements that you wanted to come together. You either wanted them to come together, or you made them come together. So this is in your past, but this has led to this sense of success and completion at this moment. Okay, so Justice here. Justice can do a little bit with the mother, and when I mean mother, I mean a mother who does not acknowledge all of the success of her children. So anyways, Justice. You understand cause and effect, that your choices have consequences. You seek to equalize and balance, finding the fairest outcome for all. Okay, so I think what this is saying is that everything is going well for you right now, and everything has been going well in the past, from all this synthesis and all of this combinations of things that you've always wanted. However, you have, maybe something, maybe it led to jealousy, or there's something that you have to make amends for, or else otherwise you could be helping other people make amends for other things. I really think this has to do with you. Maybe you overstepped somewhere, I'm not really sure, or else you feel like you have to overcompensate because of your relationship with your mom, which is not the happiest. So I do want to say this Justice card is not the happiest major arcana. She is in your near future. She's not like a major downfall or anything. She's just saying that all of your actions have consequences. So depending on what was going on here, like maybe you did it and now you have to like back off a little bit, or apologize to anybody that you might have cut corners for. The Magician. Okay, for whatever reason, you may feel like you're not qualified. So you're going through a lot of really happy times right now, and maybe you're getting, what is it when it's called, when you're doing really well and then you don't think that it's really your own success, like imposter syndrome. Maybe you have a little bit of imposter syndrome because even though you've experienced all of these wonderful gifts from the universe that actually you've brought upon yourself, honestly, you feel like you don't deserve it. You do deserve it, and this has to do with you being absolutely qualified. You're qualified for everything that's already happened. You have a sound, and solid background for everything that is in front of you. You can handle everything. You have a solid foundation. That's the word I'm looking for, foundation. So cups, pentacles, swords, wands. This also means fire, air, water, and earth. You have a synthesis of all of these. You can handle it. You have a foundation. So when you come into the self-doubt, stop. Like, I know whoever this reading's for has self-doubt, because otherwise this wouldn't come up to say you have a solid foundation for your future. Okay. So when I see this card, Ten of Pentacles, has a lot to do with financial success and financial completion and everything you want. And what do I mean by everything you want? I mean a house. I mean a car. I mean a family. I mean all of your goals. Now, I don't mean you have a Lamborghini. I mean that you have a reliable car. Now, if you grew up in a Lamborghini, is a reliable car, whatever, that's you. But maybe this means you have the appropriate amount of cars for your household. You're not overstretching your budget. You have a family with 2.5 kids. You have a loving marriage. You have everything you need. You are provided for, okay? You're provided for. I think with all this success, maybe you think maybe you're not provided for, or you, on some level, you're not deserving because of this relationship with your mom. And let me tell you something. You're absolutely deserving, okay? And you absolutely have all the foundations that you will ever need. And the Magician is the sign that you have the foundation that you need, okay? So keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. And it doesn't matter whatever this atonement is or whatever this relationship is with your mom. Like, that's going to pass, because June is very intense. So let's get a card that stands for the end of the reading, like a summary card. I'm going to pull a summary card for you really quick and see what I have here. This is from my Guidance deck. Yes, it is an amazing deck, just so you know. And here we go, June 2020, Lakshmi. All right, bright future. This has to do with the Sun card, and this has to do with the World card that you picked up. Because the World card is in your past, I'll show you the World card really quick again, in case you're not able to remember. This is the World card. This is success. This is totality and synthesis and completion. This is also completion. This is warmth. And Lakshmi is the Hindu goddess of wealth. She is always there to tell you that you need to stop worrying, that your future is very bright. So when you think that the universe, for whatever reason, is not going to provide for you, it's time for a wake-up call, because guess what? The universe is going to provide for you. It is going to bless you, but you have to be open to these blessings, and you have to believe that you are worth it. So I'm not sure what went on during the previous 2 months. Maybe there was some lack, maybe there was some hard work, and I felt like it wasn't getting you anywhere. But I think that June 2020 is going to bring you a lot of success, and open your heart to that, because you are qualified. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, feel free to reach out. Those are some major cards here. Don't forget this Lover's card. This is a big one. All right, have a happy June, everybody. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much.